Hello students, welcome back to first session on chapter 4, that is permutation and combinations. At the end of this session, you will understand what is permutation of n different things and simple problems on permutation. So let me see what is permutation. In this chapter, we are going to study at last the concept known as probability. Before understanding the concept probability, it is essential on our part to understand two important concepts. The first one is permutation, the other one is combination. So now the question is, what is permutation? In simple term, permutation is nothing but arrangement. Combination is nothing but selection. Try to understand. Permutation is nothing but arrangement. Combination is nothing but selection. As and when the concept permutation comes, immediately you should understand we are referring to arrangement of given things. If I make use of the term combination, you should understand I am referring to what is that? Selection. I am not referring to arrangement. I am referring to selection. So, permutation is arrangement of given things. So, combination is selection of items from given things. So, this is simple meaning of permutation and combination. So, what exactly the meaning of permutation? Permutation refers to different arrangement of object in a set where all elements are different and distinguishable. In the sense, you have a set of objects. You are arranging those objects in such a way that each arrangement is different and distinguishable. For example, assume that you have two balls. One is green, the other one is blue. How can you arrange those two balls? So one is green, the other one is blue. There are how many balls? Two balls. So the first way of arrangement is placing green first, blue next. The next way of arrangement is placing blue first, green next. So there are how many ways in which you arrange those two balls? Two ways. So, first way is entirely different from the second way. Yes or no? So, arranging objects or given elements in such a way that each arrangement, try to understand, where all elements in an arrangement are different and distinguishable. So, this is known as permutation. So, arrangement of items or objects or elements in a definite order with reference to its placement. Try to understand. Arrangement of objects in a definite order with reference to its placement is nothing but permutation. Here it is given, you just see. For example, there are two books, A and B. You can take one book at a time and you have to arrange in how many ways? You have to take all the two books, and how many ways in which you can arrange those two books? First you can place A next to B. Then this is one way. The other way of arranging these two books is take first B then A. So there are two arrangements. So there are two ways in which you can arrange those two books. So this is nothing but what? Permutation. So arrangement of given objects in a definite order with reference to its placement is known as permutation. For example, assume that there are three books, A, B, C. How can you arrange those three books? A first, B next, C third. This is one way. A first, C next, B third. This is another way. B first, A next, C very next. This is one more way. B first, C next, A in third place. This is one more way. C first, A next, B very next. This is one more way. C first, B next, A last. This is one more way. So there are how many ways through which you can arrange 3 books? You can arrange 3 books in 6 different ways. Now the question is it possible for us to write these set of objects every time to identify how many ways in which we can arrange given objects? Definitely not. That's why we have a mathematical formula to arrive at how many ways in which we can arrange the given item with reference to its placement is n factorial. In the sense, there are n number of items. Try to understand. There are n number of items which can be arranged in n different ways. So symbolically, how many if you want to know how many ways in which you can arrange these n items in n different way, the symbolic representation is npn. So npn is equal to n factorial n divided by n minus n factorial. N factorial divided by n minus n factorial is nothing but 0 factorial. So npn is always n factorial. So for example, there are 4 items. You have to arrange. How many ways in which you can arrange? 4p4. Did you get my point? Sorry, 4p4. So 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 4 factorial is equal to 4 factorial divided by 0 factorial. 0 factorial is always 1. So answer is 4 factorial. What is the answer? What is 4 factorial? 4 factorial is nothing but 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 will gives you answer. 3 factorial means what? 3 into 2 into 1. 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Did you get my point? So symbolic representation, or symbolically we can identify the ways in which n number of item can be arranged in n way is npn, which is equal to n factorial. So in case if you have 5 items, try to understand, if you have 5 items, you want to arrange it, so then npn means 5p5 is equal to 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 5 factorial, which is equal to 5 factorial divided by 0 factorial. 0 factorial is always 1. So answer is 5 factorial. So what is the exact answer? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. How much answer you will get? So that is the ways, that many ways in which you can arrange those 5 items. So this is how we can present symbolically the way in which n item can be arranged in n ways. For example, there are n item. So you want to take r at a time. Then what is symbolic representation? N items, n, p, how many items at a time? R. So npr always equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. What is that? N factorial divided by n minus r. In the sense, there are n different things. You want to take r at a time. So n factorial p np r, that is number of time you are going to take a particular item. So npr is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So npn is always n factorial. npr is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. This you should understand. So let me have a simple problem. In how many ways how many different ways can letter of word Sunday be arranged? So there are how many letters in Sunday? The words in the word Sunday, there are 6 letters. Try to understand. That's the first question. I am concentrating only on first question. There are 6 letters. How many ways we can arrange these 6 letters? N is 6. So we are not taking one at a time. We are taking all N at a time. So NPN means 6P6 is equal to, NPN is always what factorial? N factorial. So 6 factorial. What is 6 factorial? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So when you calculate the product, so you will arrive answer as 720. So there are 720 ways in which you can arrange the words. So the letters in the word Sunday. There are how many letters? 6 letters. 6 letters in the word Sunday can be arranged in how many ways? 720 ways. Have you arrived? There are 6 letters. Try to understand. All 6 letters we are taking at a time. So 6P6 means NPN is equal to what? N factorial. N is 6. So 6 factorial. 6 factorial means 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So 720 ways. Just look at the second question. How many of these arrangements begin with yes? So out of this 720, how many begins with yes? That is the question. So how many of these arrangements will begin with yes? So means now S is fixed. When you fix yes, there are how many letters left? U, N, D, A, Y. How many letters left? 5 letters left. Try to understand. To arrange this word by keeping yes, try to understand, as fixed, because they asked how many of these arrangements begin with yes. So we kept yes as fixed. So there are how many letters left? 5 letters left. So N is 5 now. So all 5 letters should be taken at a time. 5P5 is 5 factorial. 5 factorial is 120 ways. So there are 120 out of 720. There are 120 ways in which you can arrange this word, letters in this word which begins with yes. How many begins with A? How many begins with A? Same thing. A should be fixed. If you keep A aside, there are how many letters left? 5. 5P5 means 120 ways. Did you get my point? Did you get my point? So this is what. Then how many begins with yes but do not end with A? We know how many begins with yes. How many begins with yes? 120. Yes or no? But do not end with A. It should not end with A. So now we should fix 2. That is yes and A. If you fix S and A, there are how many letters left in this word Sunday? If you take S and A and keep it as fixed, there are 4 letters. So 4P4, 4, N is 4. 4P4 means 4 factorial. So 24 ways. Therefore, the number of arrangement which begins with yes and ends with yes is 24. Which begins with yes is only 120. Which begins with yes, ends with A is 24. So 120 minus 24, 96 ways through which you can arrange letters in the word Sunday which begins with yes but do not end with A. Try to understand one by one. Let me be very slow. They said that how many ways, they asked us how many ways in which we can arrange letters in Sunday. There are how many letters? 6 letters. All 6 letters should be taken at a time. 6P6, NPN, 6P6 means 6 factorial. 6 factorial means 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 720. How many begins with yes? They asked. Means if you take all 6 letters together, that arrangement where S should be the first letter. Means you have to fix S. So if you fix X, remaining letters are 5. So 5P5 is the ways in which you can make arrangement of the letters in Sunday which begins with S. So 5 factorial is 120. Which begins with A. You have to fix A. Remaining 5. 5P5. So that is also 120 ways. Did you get my point? And they asked how many begins with S but do not end with A. Begins with S, do not end with A. Let me see how many begins with S and end with S. End with A. So now we have to fix what is that? Both S and A. So if you keep S and A aside, how many letters left? 4. 4P4 means 4 factorial, 24 ways. 24 ways means that arrangement of letters in Sunday which begins with S and ends with A. Ends with A. They asked begins with S, do not end with A. So what you have to do? How many arrangement of how many ways in which we can arrange the letters in Sunday which begins with S is 120. Which begins with A S but ends also with A is 24. When you deduct 24 from 120, you will arrive at the ways in which we can arrange the letters in Sunday in such a way that it begins with S but do not end with A. So that will become 96 ways. That's all, students. So I am not explaining you all problems or many problems at a time, because this chapter, you should understand this chapter first, particularly the concept first, then only we can move further quite fastly. I will be slow at the beginning, so you should understand it. First you should understand the concept, so then you concentrate on the simple problems which are given in notes itself. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನಾವು ಇದುವರೆಗೆ 3 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಓದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಹೊಸ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ, ಅದು ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕಲಿತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, n ಐಟಮ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲಿಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅದು ಪ್ರೊಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಪ್ರೊಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಗಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಮ್ಗೆ 2 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದೇ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳುವುದಾದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲರಿನ ಬಳೆಗಳಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವುದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುವಾಗ ಸೊ ಆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮ್ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ 2 ಬಾಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್, ಒಂದು ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಬ್ಲೂ ಅನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ರೆಡ್ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ರೆಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬ್ಲೂ ಅನ್ನ, ಹಾಗೆ ಸರಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ 2 ಸಾರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ 3 ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟು, ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಒಂದು ವೇ, ಎ ಸಿ ಬಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇ, ಬಿ ಎ ಸಿ ಒಂದು ವೇ, ಬಿ ಸಿ ಎ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇ, ಸಿ ಎ ಬಿ ಒಂದು ವೇ, ಸಿ ಬಿ ಎ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇ. ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಉಂಟಾ, ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಟ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ವೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು? 6 ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಬುಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಜೋಡಿಸಬಹುದು, ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿನೂ ABCACB ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಈಗ 3 ಆದ್ರೆ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, 4 ಆದ್ರೂ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಇದೇ ತರ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ NPN. N ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಳಗಿರುವ N ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಐಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಆಲ್ N ಐಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಆದ್ರೆ NPN is equal to N factorial divided by N minus N factorial is equal to N factorial divided by 0 factorial. 0 N minus N means 0. So 0 is always 1. So N factorial divided by 1 factorial, which is equal to N factorial. So this is the simple way of simple formula to arrive at the ways in which N items can be arranged. How many ways in which N items can be arranged taking all N items at a time. ಅದೇ ತರ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನೀವು N ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ R at a time ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಆಗ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ NPR. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಐಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ NPN. R ಐಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ NPR. ಸೊ NPR is equal to N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. ಈಗ N ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6 ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 2 at a time ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6P2. R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅಥವಾ 10 ಐಟಮ್ ಇದೆ 3 at a time ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10P3. 10 ಐಟಮ್ at a time ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10P10. 10P10 ಅಂದ್ರೆ NPN. 10P3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ NPR. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. 10 factorial divided by 10 minus 3 factorial. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ 10 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾವನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್, ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾ ಇನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರಬೇಕು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ನಾವು ಪರ್ಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಲೆಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಂಡೇ ಬಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್? ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಂಡೇ ಬಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಸಂಡೇಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅವ್ರೇನು ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ N ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ 6. ಸೊ 6P6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಲ್ ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರು ಎರಡೇ ಲೆಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಆ ಸಂಡೇಲಿರುವ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ವೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಂಡೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ 6 ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಟೇಕನ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಸೊ 6 is N, P, R is N only. So all 6 letters should be taken together. 6P6 means 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 6 factorial is equal to 6 factorial divided by 0 factorial. 0 means 1. 6 factorial divided by 1 means 6 factorial. 6 factorial means what? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 means how many ways? 720 ways. How many of these arrangement begin with S? ಈ ಸಂಡೇಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ವರ್ಡ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಸ್ ಇಂದ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಸಂಡೇಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? 6. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು? ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಎಸ್. ಈಗ ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್, ನೆನ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿತು? 5. ಸೊ 5P5. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದಿಂದ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಮರೀರಿ, ಉಳ್ದದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. 5P5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 120 ವೇಸ್. ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ. ಈಗ ಸಂಡೇಲಿ 6 ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎ ಅನ್ನ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 5 ಇನ್ P5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 120 ವೇಸ್. ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ. ಒಂದು ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ. ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ, ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ. ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಅಂತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ. ಈಗ ಸಂಡೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? 6. ಸೊ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಸ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತು? 4 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್. 4P4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 24 ವೇಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ arranging letters in the word Sunday which begins with S ends with A is 24. 4 factorial. But they asked begins with S, do not end with A. So begins only with S andre yaudu? ಎಷ್ಟು ways? 120 ways. Begins with S but ends with A ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ways? 24. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 120 ಇಂದ 24 ಕಳೆದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ how many ways in which we can arrange letters in the word Sunday which begins with S but do not end with A, that is 96. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳು ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 1, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 2, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 3 ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಬಹುದು, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸಿದಾಗ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಉಳಿದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಟಿಲ್ ದಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.